Joining us now in studio is Tom Djokovic. Tom's the CEO of XsunX Incorporated. Their stock symbol is XSNX. Tom, always good to see you.
It's great to be back here in 2016, Don.
Now, you have a smile on your face, and I can probably guess why, because there were some sunsets that were supposed to occur in 2015 with respect to tax credits for solar industry installations, and those have been extended.
Oh yeah, Don, it's great. I mean, the entire industry. I mean, I was involved to a degree in that, I signed every petition, called my congressman, I was bugging everyone I could to try to help make sure this got passed, and that was the extension of the federal tax credits, the 30% tax credits. They were scheduled to go away to zero January 1st, 2017 for residential, and from 30% to 10% for commercial. And now they've been extended for 30% for a number of more years. So it's just great news for the industry, and more importantly for the consumers. It really helps these things repay themselves very rapidly, and really helps to make, it makes economic sense without the tax credits, and it just makes it a grand slam with them.
Well, as you've said on the program before, basically what we're trying to convince both residential and commercial customers, in effect, is prepaying for electricity by buying a solar system. At some point in time, the electricity is going to become almost free. Mm-hmm. And with these tax credits, that just makes that whole transaction much easier to bear.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, a simple analogy is owning your own car, or using Uber or a taxi continuously. I mean, the utility is similar to a taxi. I mean, you're paying for a service every month when you purchase your system. Same zero down programs as these leases that they offer. You own it, you get the tax credits. You're controlling your future your costs and eliminating a majority of your future costs as well. So it's a great investment.
Now, of course, you're operating primarily in Southern California, where there's an awful lot of sun, although not this week. Right. But you are looking at concentrating in 2016 on something called the solar carport industry. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, Don, we're very excited about that. My background as a general contractor since 1979, I've built a lot of different kinds of buildings, from commercial low-rise to residential, you name it. Manage lots of subcontractors. And there's some specialty contractors in the industry that install solar carports, just the carports themselves. The rest of the solar panels, the wiring, everything else is done by the prime contractor. Mm-hmm. And they charge a premium for that. And so we thought, well, why pay that middleman? So we went out and we developed the capacity to buy direct, install these directly, manage our own subcontractors, and literally it's reducing our cost by around 35% minimum to install these solar carports. And that then has an effect on our overall proposal to our customers, reducing the price by about another 15% of the overall contract. Which is exciting to us, because we can offer a customer not only a lower price, let's say instead of $860,000, $740,000 for a job, and reduce their payback period by at least a year faster, if not more than that. So it's a very exciting program, and we're looking to really market that very heavily here in 2016.
Well, you have to think the guy that looked at a carport for the first time, which is basically a sunshade for automobiles and vehicles, that they're everywhere in Southern California, mm-hmm. and said, gee, we should put solar panels on top of them. I mean, he was brilliant, but now you really opened into a market segment that was really previously rather well underserved.
Well, it was. I mean, over the last number of years, it's become very popular. The solar carport industry, is growing very rapidly, but it is dominated by a handful of players, relatively speaking, compared to the number of other contractors and service providers in the industry. There's far fewer in the solar carport segment. And in that segment, a majority of these people do very little marketing, because they provide this service, and they look for guys like XsunX to go out and get the customer, give them a phone call and say, hey, come put these structures in. Because once the structure's in, then the solar contractor walks up and all he has to do is put the solar panels in, the wiring and everything else. Now, it's obviously not that simple, it's more complicated, but they're not having to do a lot of marketing, and they're charging a premium to do this. By eliminating that middleman, we're really creating a great marketing advantage and pricing advantage for XsunX.
Looking forward to an exciting 2016 from you, Tom. Again, XsunX is the company, XSNX is their stock symbol. Congratulations on those developments. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Don.